What's up, y'all? I'm PC McCray.
Hey, y'all. My name is Shaun, and this is the Everything Has Changed podcast.
From 2 college roommates to 40-something adults, life has been lifing, and we want to talk about it. We're the new adults, y'all. How did that happen?
I don't know, P, but we got to talk about it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go. Wait, I wasn't ready.
Ooh, hello.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. We're just starting off with the giggles.
We're
which is a good thing.
We are always somewhere giggling, so
The gigs.
might as well. How goes it, P?
It's, well, life is still full, but that's just life.
Yes.
But we are on spring break. It's
Oh,
spring break
awesome.
time in
Nice.
Central Florida.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
logged off the computer yesterday and yeet. I threw it like a frisbee. I wanted to just whop, whop, slam it and it's in the closet somewhere and it won't be seen until the I don't even know when we go back. I'll figure it out.
Doesn't matter.
We got a
Does
week. It
not
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is somewhere away from me. So I'm
Awesome.
okay.
We love
I'm
that.
all right.
We love
Amen.
that.
How are you?
I'm okay. Had a week, as we
Okay.
sometimes do,
Yes.
and I really feel we touched on this, I think, last episode. This Mercury retrograde is kicking my ass, and in fact,
We.
the last 2 Mercury retrogrades. Look, I can't even talk. The last 2 Mercury retrogrades kicked my ass. And so
Okay.
I was like, "Ooh, okay, cool. Well, got that out the way. This one is still, I don't know what the fuck." I just been real irritable. And so
Mhm.
I logged on to my Netflix and was like,
Mhm.
"Let me watch a white boy shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up.
Let
What
me
did you
get some
watch?
rage." Girl, it's good. War Machine
It's on my list.
with Reacher. First of
Yes.
all, I'm biased. I will watch anything that Reacher is in. I just love that white
Yeah.
man. But this is a good movie, Pete, and
Okay.
it's a good movie. And I was like, "Oh, I'm thinking it's a war movie," but then it's like, I don't really wanna watch a war movie because we already in a war. But then I was like,
Right.
It's my go-to, so come on, it's like I'm vicariously living out my rage through the people on screen who get to, like, kill everybody and shoot and scream and them kinda guns that make you shake when you but yeah. Oh, I love it. Love to see it. But, it's really more of science fiction. It's so good. It was very unexpected.
Okay.
The guy who's, like, his supporting actor, love
Mhm.
him. When I see his face, I was like, "I know that guy. I know him." In fact, okay,
War Machine. That's
yeah,
what I'm looking it up
let's
right
figure out
now.
his name because I already called Reacher out. Let me call this other man out because he was also in this series with Julia Roberts. I think it might have been on Prime. It was some years back.
Julia.
Maybe it was called Homecoming, but it was something about,
Stefan James.
him.
Mhm.
He's a good actor. That boy
He's
be
good.
acting. And then
He's good.
as soon as I saw his face, I was like, "I didn't even know you was in this."
Yeah.
They were it's a good movie. It was like the plot twists were all pretty unexpected to me, but even if not, it was just, like, good. It just kept you on the edge of your seats, and I love a scary movie. I love all the movies that make people jump, but I'm
Mhm.
not a jumper, though. I don't normally move when other people move. I enjoy it, but I don't this movie, I was clutching my pearls. I was like,
Ooh.
"Ah!"
So if you're not normally a jumper and it made you jump,
I'm
then
not
I need to watch
normally
it with, like, my one eye,
No,
like
it wasn't scary jump.
okay.
It wasn't like it was it's like suspense, bow. And
Okay.
so sometimes the timing of it, it be getting people. It don't normally get me, but I don't
Yeah.
know what to say. It got me that day. And I was like, this
Ooh.
is yeah. Because I'm thinking
It's
I
on my
just signed
list.
on to watch some people shoot some guns, but it was a good movie. Mhm.
Okay. Alright. It is
Mhm.
definitely
So
on the
War Machine
list.
on Netflix, you guys. It just came out, like, it literally just came out a few days ago, so but I watched that P, it made me feel better, and then yesterday I watched Zootopia 2 because I was like, "Let me
Oh.
watch," it's that's not a shoot 'em up, but I do love
No, but
me
it's so cute.
a kids movie. Well, it's
It's
not
so
even kids movie
cute.
because the jokes don't be for kids, okay, let's be
Nope,
clear.
at all.
Um, but I remember people saying how good it was, and so it just came out on
Mhm,
Disney Plus. I turned it on. I giggled that entire movie. I had a
mhm,
time. I was
mhm,
gigg I had to pause it a couple times so I could get my laughs out because I was like, "I'm missing the next joke because 'cause I'm still over here kikiing." Really
I
good
love it.
movie. So just to lift your spirits. Look, so I got 2 options for y'all. If you had a week, War
Uh-huh,
Machine on Netflix or Zootopia 2. It's a Disney movie, so it just came out on Disney Plus, but I imagine you can get it on any other platform and pay, like, the
mhm.
rental price, but if you have Disney Plus, it's included on there, so
I got 2 things to watch because the
yeah,
first
man.
one was so cute, and like you said, it's the jokes are not for children or it goes over
Never.
their heads. Who is it? Jason Bateman. I just love his comedy. He that
Who?
dry, sarcastic? Sarcasm,
Sarcastic.
sarcastic. Oop,
Yeah, it was
bloop,
just different
bloop, bloop,
yeah.
doo, doo, doo. His
Mercury retrograde.
sarcastic, dry
Love
humor
him.
is hilarious.
P.
I love him, and
One of my
so
favorite white guys.
he's a good one. He's funny. I
Yeah,
watch
Paul
anything he's
Rudd.
in. Paul Rudd. Actually, he's in a new one. It just popped up. DTF. I haven't
Uh-huh.
started watching it yet,
That's
but
a series, right?
it's a
I'm not
series, so
sure.
I'm gonna let it I want it to build up
Okay.
a little bit before I jump in.
So you can binge. Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm. We so
Yeah.
spoiled. I'm
Jason
spoiled by
Bateman,
this.
and I had really forgotten the first movie, and I had
Mm.
forgotten who played who, so I started it, like, 5 minutes in, I was like, "I know this voice, like, who is this? I know because
Uh-huh.
I and then I said, "Ah, it's my guy!" Like, of course I yes, he's so perfect for any kinda animation where he has to be okay. I also really love the lady who plays, the bunny because in Zootopia,
The
it's the fox and
bunny.
the bunny, and her name is
Yes.
Jennifer Goodwin.
Oh,
And I love her
yes.
because she was in, Once Upon a Time, which is still one of my
Mhm.
favorite TV shows. It's not on anymore. But her voice was really, really good for this too, so
I like the bunny. The bunny
yeah.
is adorable. It
Yeah.
just
It
okay,
was
I didn't
good.
know it was on there, so that's on my list of things to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Excellent. Well, good. I'm glad that helped to lift your spirits after having
It did.
a week. You got your shoot 'em up, you got your laughter, and
I
so
got my wine.
got your wine,
Uh-huh.
crossed your feet, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Yep, 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 yep.
That was it. I love
Yeah,
it.
man. So, that was my last few days
Okay.
for sure. But we got
Alright.
lots to talk about now, P, because stuff's still going on.
Ooh.
Stuff's still going down. The Oscars are tomorrow.
Yes.
Me and you, we love an award show now.
We love it.
So, I think we're all looking forward to hopefully, Sinners, uh, making some moves at the end of the sorry, trying to fix my light here. So hopefully Sinners can make some moves here at the end of the home stretch. Cause I think the
Mhm.
Oscars ends yeah, the Oscars ends award season, if I'm not mistaken.
It does.
I was not one of those people, P, who was really upset, like, in January when, like, the first award shows started, and I remember
Mhm.
it was, like, the very first one. It was even something before I don't know if it was Critics' Choice or if there was an award show before that, but people were very angry out the gate because Sinners didn't win. They weren't winning the first few, and I was like, "Okay, this is kind of how" it's like when we all as a collective get in on
Mhm.
what we want to happen, what we don't want to happen. And everybody got so angry, and it's like, you guys, we don't gotta get angry yet because this is not historically. I'm not saying it don't mean nothing. It means something for the people, all the actors and the production people, everybody who works in the industry. But
Yeah.
this is not where we see like they people just really upset. They didn't give it to Michael B. and they didn't give it to, and it's like if they get it, that's awesome. But historically, these ain't the awards that we too much pay attention to for, "Oh, what are the Oscars gonna look like?" Those
Mhm.
ain't the ones, and so as we move further into the season and we finally get into the awards that their peers are voting on, those can be more so of, an example of what we might see tomorrow at the Oscars, and so we see that Michael B. Jordan ended up taking home the SAG Award, which is now called the Actors Award, because
Yes.
that confused me at first. Because when that next day, they're like, "Michael B. Jordan won the Actor Award." I was like, "Now, what's the Actor Award?" Now I
Same.
am
I was like, "When did
and then
that
I realized
happen?"
it was the first year where the SAG Awards changed the names of the awards, because
Yeah.
on stage, when they give the award, they say, "And the actor goes to." So they're
Mhm.
trying to, switch the messaging over, which is always like a little growing pain time period. So once
Mhm.
I got that, I said, "Oh, okay, I understand." But so like the SAG Awards, everybody who has a SAG card, which means they're part of the union for actors, they're the ones who vote on the SAG Awards, which is now the Actors Awards, and that's why Michael B. Jordan won, because the actors know what he put into it. And not
Yeah.
for nothing, I've noticed, like, over the past month, first of all, Center's team really went whole hog in, um, "We really gonna get out here and do some press because we do
Mhm.
want to be recognized for our work with this movie." Awesome. And just like we talked before on an earlier episode, Ryan been out the house this
He's been
season.
out.
And I love it, and he get to still be himself and still, but what I noticed was, especially once award season started, a lot of other, like, A-list actors and stuff started putting their weight behind Centers. People who had nothing to
Mhm.
do.
Mhm.
I think we might touch on it before. I've Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Viola Davis, Denzel Washington sat down with Delroy. Christopher Nolan sat down with Ryan. A lot of A-listers who hold a lot of weight started it's almost like you could tell they said, "How can I help this
Mhm.
campaign?"
Mhm.
And as, like, the other actors started winning all this stuff and Michael B. Jordan wasn't being recognized, which again, it wasn't time yet to raise all
Mhm.
the alarms, but it's like other actors then started coming out the woodworks as they started being the mouthpiece on what he did, because he ain't gonna do it, because he's a
Mhm.
nice, humble young man, you know what I'm saying? But even when people would win their awards, they would call him out and things like that. Cool. When they started saying this man wore 2 small shoes to play, I think it was Smoke, and then 2
Yes.
big shoes for Stack, and then Woomy got up
Mhm.
there and said, "Did you realize?" Okay, and forgive me because I can tell the twins apart, but then I can't as far as their names, which one is Smoke,
Right. Who is
Smoke
who?
is the blue one, right? And Stack is the red one.
Smoking stack. Let's
Yeah,
see.
like, I still ain't got it.
Right,
But I can tell
right.
you this, Woomy said one of the twins had a dimple and one of them didn't, and she was like, "It was not prosthetics, it was simply the way Michael B. Jordan held his face." And I said, "Excuse me, you can hold your face to make a dimple? Like,
Wow.
what the fuck is going on here?" Like, I ain't never heard an actor say that they made themselves have a dimple. So whenever he would be in a scene as one of the twins, whichever one had the dimple, which I believe is the one in red, so I think that would be Stack, cause he was the one who smiled. Cause Smoke didn't smile no way, so you would never see his dimple anyway.
Mhm.
But to me, that's the most, eh, ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, I ain't never heard anybody say an actor made himself have a dimple, and he held his face that way the whole movie so that a dimple would show up for that one twin. Give this man the Oscar. Give the so I just noticed that a lot more actors started coming out the woodworks talking about the work that Michael B did, and if you notice, those are gonna be who's gonna be voting, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So,
Yep. Yep.
I don't know, people.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
during this process, they've been having these interviews, and I don't know if you saw the one, or you may have even sent it to me, where they discussed when it came out, everybody was breaking down, like, what happened and how all these things how they were tied to Capone in Chicago.
Yes.
And they did take advantage and do the thing. Nobody knew they were twins, and so they kinda split up and infiltrated the mafia and then took the money and all the things and ran.
Got missing.
So
Yeah.
all those theories were correct because they talked about that. I was like, "Oh, look at us dissecting stuff, people
Yes,
doing history."
yes.
It was awesome. It was
Ugh,
awesome, and, I like you said, I appreciate that they're really pushing it. The
yeah,
whole cast is out there. They're on podcasts, they're on shows, and we'll see.
they
We'll
not
see if
letting
it
up.
No. Now, did you see any of the Big Picture nominees? It says Secret Agent, Begonia, Marty Supreme, and Train Dreams is what I'm
No, one
seeing right
battle
now.
after another is not up for Big Picture.
So that's what I thought it was, but
I think it's 10 movies now. I think
let
they
me
do
pull
10
up
movies.
the whole thing.
Those might be the
If
front runners, but no, I haven't. And to be fair, I am less and less. I'm proud of myself now just for watching like 2 movies in the last week. It
Mhm,
used to be, especially when nominations came out, I said, "Okay, now let me go see these other movies." So, but I have not because I just been on my books.
yeah,
I did say I was gonna watch one battle after another.
okay,
I've definitely have not heard great things about it, especially not from the Black community, but the other communities seem to think it's at least they think the directing is amazing. That being said, though, go ahead, Teyana Taylor. I'm not gonna complain if she end up with that, award, cause I know she did what needed to be done, is
you're
Imma just
right.
be on her side regardless, and they are saying she might be the front runner.
We'll see.
I am
Um,
I'm just pleased for her and all the work she just put in from way back in the MTV Sweet 16 days to now, so more power to you, sister, but I ain't watch any of the other movies this year.
so you're right, it's 10, and out of the 10, Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentinel Values, Sinners, and Train Dreams, excuse me, I
Oh,
keep putting that in there.
I lied, I saw F1, loved it.
Yes, loved it, so
Did
that's
did
1.
did it give Best Picture at the Oscars? No, I just thought it was
No,
a great,
that was amazing.
a nice little sports
1,
movie. Well,
2,
Damson, had to watch that.
3,
Um,
4, okay.
I did watch, of course, Sinners. I did watch, you named another one. Oh,
But
Frankenstein.
oh, you did watch it?
I liked Frankenstein.
I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
Frankenstein was good. And that
Okay.
one lady, is it the lady, no, it wasn't her Mia Goth. She played 2 characters in that movie, and I didn't even know she played 2 characters till the movie was over. After the movie's over, you start doing your Googling, your research, and the cast interviews and stuff. I did not even realize that lady was that other character in that movie. I said, "Well,
What?
bitch, you better act." She was good in that.
Interesting.
She was good in that,
Okay.
but she also, if I'm not mistaken, is a, like, horror type of, like, she does those kind of weird genre type
It's a scary movie?
projects. Well, it's Frankenstein. So, I wouldn't
I didn't
say it's
watch it.
scary. Well, I think when it first came out, it's definitely probably bloody and gory, but
Okay.
it's Frankenstein is not really, it's really more science fiction. Yeah, it's bloody and gory. It's like, the prosthetics and stuff, but it's not like ghosts and stuff like that, but
Okay. I'll do that.
it's more science fiction because in Frankenstein, Frankenstein is actually a lot of people think Frankenstein is the monster's name. That Frankenstein is the name of the scientist who made the monster. So it's Frankenstein's monster.
Oh!
Uh-huh. And so this movie is actually about Dr. Frankenstein, the scientist. It's less about we see how he made the monster, but we see how he got to that point, the decisions he made, and all, like, why he would become the person who would grow up to build something like that. And then as the story
Interesting.
goes, the monster then takes on a life of his own and wants his own things, which was not why, that wasn't what Dr. Frankenstein wanted. So yeah, that was actually a really good movie. It got Jacob Elordi in it, who is the boy from Euphoria, and now he's on Wuthering Heights, that movie.
Okay. I
Mhm.
enjoy his work.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
alright.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was good. It's also on Netflix, but Oscar
Now
for
that
Best
I'm
Picture, they
looking,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Now I
It's
heard
like you said,
Hamlet
it's
was
10.
good.
That's what they
I
did
heard it
say.
was
I didn't see it.
sad, very
I
sad.
d
So once
and I
I
didn't
heard
wanna
that,
watch that.
I don't wanna
Same.
watch it. I don't
We
wanna
are
watch
the
it.
same.
Hey friends, we're so thankful for your support. If you want to be updated whenever we drop a new episode or when we drop some of the special things we've got coming, head on over to everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and drop us your email so you can stay locked in. Cool? Cool.
But I
I was like,
think
"No,
because of the
mm-mm."
name of it, I thought maybe it was something like a satire or something. I thought it was like a satire on Hamlet. That was what I thought in my head.
Me
Full
too.
on assumption. Apparently, it's about of parents, a couple or a family who loses a child.
Hamlet. It's supposed to be like Hamlet's
Oh, it is
or
related to Hamlet.
it's related to Hamlet, but it's Hamlet's son or
Oh,
something like that. Yeah.
well, somebody
Same.
loses a child, and they said that
Nope.
the lady who played the mother in there, they were saying should
No.
get the Oscar because of how awesome she was. But I
Yeah.
can't watch that
Mm-mm.
right now. But I
No,
did hear it was
no,
good.
no, not gonna do that.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Um, one yeah. Now, Begonia was interesting. Emma Stone.
What's that about? Oh, it's Emma Stone.
It's Emma Stone. We love our Emma Stone.
I do like Emma Stone. Is this the one where
We
it's like
like Emma
weird? She's
Stone.
like weird acting. What's it
It's
about?
very strange
Yeah,
without spoiling it. So it's more sci-fi, like you said,
I love a sci-fi.
and you you think this guy is going through psychosis because of his grief of his mother working for this pharmaceutical company. And in his mind, he's like, "Oh no, these are aliens. You are an alien. You're not a real person. You are just trying to sneak brains from humans and all this stuff." So you kind of starting, and it's like, and the way it's shot, it's kind of that we don't know. I don't know the film vernacular,
Right.
but that when it's
Mhm.
kind of grainy looking,
Okay.
makes it look
Mhm.
old. So it's like, is this current or is this old school? So it's up to date. But yeah, Emma Stone, yeah. The twist in the end was like, well, now wait a minute.
So it's
Okay.
worth watching.
It's an interesting watch. If
Okay.
you can push through and just because it's Emma, I think
Yep.
you should watch it.
Okay.
I think you should watch it. I did see Marty Supreme, and that takes us into this
Okay.
Timothy
Okay.
Chalamet stuff. Okay.
How did Tyler do in Marty Supreme? Because that's why I was gonna watch, was for Tyler.
He was fine. Like, his character was eh he played his friend. So Marty was a wild child, let's just say that, and just, a go-getter of a person, but the way he would do things, he would have to do what he had to do to make things pop. So
Okay.
his friend Tyler, the fact that they were even friends back in the day, because this was placed in the 50s, if I'm
Yeah.
correct. I need to do so that alone. And so Marty doing his thing, but he'll jump in the car or make Tyler drive away. He's like, man, I'm black. I can't do this. You
Right,
getting me in
like,
trouble.
uh
So that kind of stuff was fun. It was funny how they would interact with each other. But
Okay.
overall, the film, how it was we were hearing his name, Timothy, the whole time. I was like, "Okay." It didn't I wasn't moved.
Do you know
I
what's
didn't get
crazy
the
to
hype.
me? I had it on my list to watch, but it just wasn't like I was like, "Ooh, yay, fun." But I
Yeah.
thought see, Timothy Chalamet was one of my favorite white actors. Like, um, just for the acting, like,
Mhm.
it's like we talked before, Jason Bateman, Paul Rudd, those are like my go-tos, just love those guys. I'll watch anything that they're in. But it is kinda that I love them,
Mhm.
okay? Great book, but I met them because of the acting, but I love them.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet was like, "Oh, I love the movies that he's in." So it's like him,
Yes.
also Austin Butler, really like that young
Mhm.
man. just really, they good at their craft, okay? But
Yeah.
then, P, when this movie came out, I was like, I don't really care to see it, but Timothy Chalamet is in it, so, it'll get seen. I'll watch it at some point. And then he got nominated for, like, all the actor awards, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." Well, in my head, I'm like, it's Timothy Chalamet, so to me, at some point, he is gonna be one of those actors he's going to get an Oscar one day. So, like, to me, I'm like, he's on that little short list. I'm sure he will. Then I
Mhm.
realized he was up against Michael B, and I said, "Okay, now if they start
Mm.
giving this boy." And then award season started, and they did start giving him all the things. Now, he was one of the people who won his award, and he got on that stage, and he said, "Yeah, you know how they be like, oh, I thank you so much to all my peers, blah, blah, blah. I love you all." But he specifically called out Michael B. Jordan in like one of his first wins
Mhm.
and was basically like, "You should have
You
got
did
this,"
that.
basically. I was
Right.
like, "Okay, yes, thank you. Yes, correct." But also, and so then I was like, man, this boy keep winning all these awards for this movie that people are not super pumped about. I was like, he gonna win this over Michael B. Jordan. And then what propelled this young man to get on whatever, I don't even know what platform he was on, but he made these remarks, P,
The
about
actors,
ballet and opera.
Variety, the one-on-one, when they do the actors
Oh,
one-on-one.
that's what it was?
Mhm. With
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey.
Those get a lot of play too.
Exactly.
Why would you not even that's just that it seems a little, I don't know if aloof is the word, but it's like, are you can't be that obtuse. Like,
Yep.
why would you I don't care what you say at your kitchen table, but why would you get out here and say this? And let me say this too, P. I have not really been liking the takes that I've been seeing about what people have to say about what Timothy Chalamet said. When it first came out, the only people who reacted were the people in the ballet and opera communities. And then
Mhm.
it took like a week or so, and then the broader community started to see it. And on the one hand, you got people who don't care for him anyway, and so they're like, "Yeah, get him out the way so Michael B can win." And then you started having people come out and say, "Well, was what he said really wrong?" and blah, 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 blah. And that's when I got an attitude, P. Because the issue, and I don't, do they say exactly what he said, P? Or,
That's what I wanna get, the exact
okay.
words.
Because I'm like, you don't quote me. But it wasn't great, and I just felt like then you started having people outside the community remark on something that I'm not saying it's not for you to remark on, but the point is he's an artist, and he comes from an artist background. Everything that he's done is lifted up by artists, and so for you to get on a global platform and make disparaging remarks towards the artist community that the best artists come from, it's like, hold on, whose backs do you think you standing on right now? That's to me, the point is not how much money the ballet and theater communities make and whether or not he's right or wrong on that. The point is, how dare you, sir, get up here and downgrade the theater community and all of that. And you're literally an artist. Like, if
You're an
anyone in this
artist.
world should understand, and that's why I was like, okay, I don't like all these other takes from people who are not even artists or whatever the case, because y'all are looking at it like statistically, what
Mm-mm.
bullshit. Like, literally, whatever your industry is, whatever your gift is, your talent, your skill set, just think about that. Because, like, how can I come out here and start talking on some, like, well, in the HR industry, all these statistics, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But then people in the HR community gonna be like, hold on, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what? First of all, what did we do to you? And
Ah.
none of that, you see, it's just, the point is that he's an artist. And so when he started opening his mouth talking about all these artistry type things and downgrading them, it's just like, other artists should understand that. Not to mention all the A-list people and the whatever, they all come from these communities. Like, so then people started comparing him, like Tom Holland, who has a background in ballet. By the way,
Yeah.
congratulations, Holland and Zendaya, on their appearance.
Zendaya.
Those
As
kids.
they should.
Yeah.
Keep it to themselves. Let just be
Do you,
yourself
boo?
and do you.
Yes.
Don't let nobody out here ruin your stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so what he said, it was during a Variety and CNN town hall with
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey and Timothy. He suggested that ballet and opera are no longer relevant in the mainstream culture. His exact quote, I don't want to be working in the ballet or opera, things are like that. Hey, let's keep this thing alive, as though no one cares about it anymore. Meanwhile, it's
And then he
still a
was
leading art.
it's and
He
then
was very dismissive
it
about it.
was really, and then if you watch the clips, and so maybe, we'll find the clip and put it in the show notes. His face, like, he was very his
He was
tone, it was,
disgusted.
and then he was like,
He's like,
"Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'll probably lose, like, 14 cents in royalties or something now." Right!
yeah, it's like, shut your face. Shut your mouth. Shut it.
And so and maybe, I don't know, I would be on that side of TikTok, because the stuff I look at, but I've been getting all the TikToks of the productions and the ballet people and all this.
Mhm.
Like, they've been letting him have it, but the whole thing of it is all of these artists, they all start somewhere, and a lot of them come from these backgrounds, these dance backgrounds, and these production
Mhm.
backgrounds, and these theater background. In fact, the ones who come from those backgrounds tend to do better because of the plethora of experience they have and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's not gonna win an Oscar. Everybody's not gonna be an A-list. So what you're now
Right.
saying is that, hey, unless you get to be Timothy Chalamet, you better just pack it up.
Mm-mm.
Guess what, Tim? Some people do
Yeah.
this shit for the love of, you know what I'm saying, for art. And
Tell.
some people, just 'cause they don't make it to the Oscars, they don't just go now sit down and go bury themselves now, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are out here
Yeah.
making a living, and some people aren't even making a living. They just trying to do what they enjoy for life. And then you get up here and say some shit like this, and so then people were like, "Oh, great, we can tell our Timothy Chalamet being a dick stories," and all these
Yes.
stories came out. I didn't even know
They've
Tim was
been tearing him up for the last 2 weeks because
I
the
had no
interview came
idea.
out 2 weeks ago, and ever since
Okay.
then, oh boy. That's all I said, "Well, what is happening? What is going on?"
That's
So they're saying the tides are turning,
that's what it looked like, P.
but I think also when it was a certain amount of time when voting ended too. So they're like, "Does this really affect the votes?" Because by then, maybe they've already voted. Also, real quick, remember when they just announced that the people now have to watch all of the films?
I forgot about
That
that.
magical revelation. We were like, now, wait a minute. Y'all voting on stuff and you didn't watch everything?
No, they've
What?
never watched everything, and they would say
What?
that. Mhm, because, like, in the Hollywood Reporter every year, they will anonymously, interview
Mhm.
people in the Academy who are voting members, and ask them their thoughts and their predictions, and every year, like clockwork, people be like, "Oh, I didn't care
Yeah.
to watch Black Panther, so blah, blah, blah," but they still get to vote on whatever. So it's like, the reason why that hinders, which it seems obvious, but also
Mhm.
it's like, if if they don't care, let's say a black movie's up for it, if they don't care to watch a black
Exactly.
movie, they will never even see that, hey, it ain't actually just a black movie. This is for you too, or you can get,
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
it's just this whole, like, kinda spiral of down this rabbit hole of generic ass, vanilla ass. So did they make that did they make that, a regulation when they kinda started making a because they strove to make the Academy more diverse. I remember that. I don't know if the president is still a black lady, but at some point, there was a black lady who became the president of the Academy, but then I think, they can only do certain length terms, so I don't know if she's still there. But I totally forgot about that regulation until you just said it just
Mhm.
now, and that's a brand new regulation too, now that I remember. So I guess these things take time, but
Okay. The Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Sciences introduced the requirement for members to watch all nominated films in the category before making their final vote. That's kicked off this season.
this
So
season, okay.
that's the new rule this season. Once it's nominated, you have to watch all of the things.
And it's 10 of them. Oh, shit.
Like, come on. But that to me, I was like, "What? How
They sure
what?
wasn't.
This whole time?
And
Y'all
then I'm like,
just."
how can they prove that you watched all 10? So they used to send out these mailers, and then the mailers would have, uh, what you
Mhm.
call it on it? What do you call it, P? When you could see the icon on there, but they faded out,
The
but,
screeners?
yeah, on the screener, they would have the, like, stamp on it so you know, "Oh, this is property of Warner Brothers," or "This is
Yeah.
property of Sony," but they would fade it out so you couldn't take it off of there.
Mhm.
So but now I think you can log in and watch if you're a member, so maybe they're tracking, like, how much of the movie you watch, but
So, implementation. Ballots are unlocked for members only after they confirm they have watched all the films and monitored through the Academy screening room. The members must submit a form showing when and where they watched the movie. And like you said, it's like a lock-in
well, that sound like the
electronically now.
honors that sound like the honor they going off the honor system, P. All I gotta do
But
is
it
fill
go
out a form and
no,
say
no,
I
it's
watched.
like you said, it's the runtime. So push play, end. Now, whether you sit there and watch it, like they can't say that the person is
Oh.
sitting in front of the screen and watching it, but you can get around and you got to unlock it, push the button, and make the thing play all the way through. So we'll see. But the point of all of this was Timothy came in as the leader, and now with all of this stuff that's been happening, he's been running his mouth. They're thinking that the tides may be turning towards Michael B, but who knows?
I'll say 2
Who
things though
knows?
towards this. One, the voting, I think, on the Oscars ended the 1st week of March. So,
Oh,
I think it was either the 5th or the 7th. So, the voting did end after this brouhaha started with Timothy. It
okay.
got bigger though as the time went on. So, it did end, like, after that started coming out. But the other thing is too, you have to be, let's say it's the director's category. So, you have to be a director, or they probably tell them, "Hey, these are the roles that you have to be in order to vote on this or that." But everybody
Mhm.
can't just vote on everything is what I'm trying to say. You have to
Correct.
be in a certain role. So, like, for directors, you gotta be a director, or maybe you have to be an
Mhm.
assistant director, or maybe you have to be a cinematographer, or whatever the case to vote. But it's not like you can be an actor and voting on, okay, so that kinda stuff.
Right.
But your
Yeah.
peers are voting on you. So it's almost like Timothy Chalamet started going down and Michael B. Jordan was rising up as far as what the peers in their industry was saying about them. So
Mhm.
just by itself, I don't know that that would be enough. But there was a specific rise in Michael B. Jordan's peers coming, like he was rising up as Timothy was just steadily going down. It's like once and I don't know why he would even come in as like the front runner. It's simply probably just because he's Timothy Chalamet. Because like, what about Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke? Like, what about, like, it's people
Yeah.
who put on performances that people were like, "Oh, these performances are standout performances," and not just because they are A-list actors.
Mm-mm.
So, I don't know,
Leonardo was
girl.
good. He stressed me out the entire movie,
Who?
which was, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Which mo
One battle
One
after
Battle After
another.
Another.
So I could see him. I
Okay.
understood that because he just the way he did played the character, yeah, it was stress all the way through. We could feel the character's stress, and he
Okay.
made it come through the screen. So
Okay.
we'll see. Like you said, we're recording on a Saturday,
Mhm.
and the Oscars
Tomorrow's
come
the big
on
day.
a Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I think
Go
they are
Michael
gonna give
B.
Ryan Coogler the screenplay.
Bacardi.
Original
Screenplay.
screenplay.
Mhm.
Um, I just haven't heard enough though about director for me, and I feel like he should get best director, and I'm not like, he taught us all about the IMAX. Like, IMAX set records because he had the forethought to screw all these press interviews. Let me just get out here and talk to y'all about what I love, which is movies and the way that they're shot in the IMAX. And next thing you know, all the IMAX showings are sold out and all this kind of stuff. And so, and apparently, this is one of the first movies where they shot in a few different formats in one sitting. So now they're saying
Yeah,
the cinematographer, who is a woman, Autumn, I don't want to mess up her
I'm
name,
finding it.
Archipald, or I don't want to say it incorrectly, but she might win for best cinematography. So I think across the board, I'm excited for Sinners. I will
Autumn
definitely have my popcorn ready.
Autumn Durald Arkapaw,
Yeah. And cause she
phonetically.
is a different ethnicity as well, so she's been setting some records. So,
We'll see.
oh,
W
they're going. Okay, okay. Oh,
Okay.
last thing,
Alright.
last thing, at the Oscars, the best songs are always performed,
Let me
right?
see. Yes.
So, um, Miles Caton and the Sinners team is up for best song.
I lied to you.
I lied to you, right? But
Mhm.
then, okay, so I lied to you is up for best song, but they just put out an announcement a few days ago of all the artists that are gonna join him on stage. So, the consensus is they're going to recreate that scene from the movie where he's singing in the juke joint and all the different
Oh,
dancing starts,
wow.
and that's the consensus because Misty Copeland is the first name that they put up there, and she's a ballerina.
And she just had knee
N
replacement
she sure
surgery.
did. She just had knee replacement surgery. She retired, had her surgery, and she finna be on that Oscar stage tomorrow in her
Wow.
pointe shoes. Raphael Sadiq is
It
also gonna
is.
be on that stage.
Mm.
By the way, Missy Copeland, like, most renowned black ballerina there is, I hope she get on her tippy toes right in front of, Timothy Chalamet, because they're gonna put him in the front row. I bet the camera gonna, slide over to him too once they see her
You
get
know they're
up
gonna
there.
be messy. You know they're gonna be messy.
But Missy said, "Hey, I can get up there and do a 1-2. It don't matter, I just had surgery."
You
Yeah, and I
know,
think,
it's the scene.
yeah, it has to be. Has to be.
It's the
And then
scene.
when
I'm
we
looking
think
at it.
back to that scene, there is a ballerina in that scene, that's one of the first, um, artist
Mhm.
dancers that we see, and then they start to pan around and we see it's gonna be a
Mhm.
good show. I think it's gonna be a good time, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the scene where all the different genres of music has evolved, how our music has evolved over time. So, okay.
And the lady who does Pale Pale Moon, her her name is escaping me right now too, but her name is on that list too, so that's got people excited. So, it's just gonna be art for real. Like, I just love that this team was like, "We're gonna fully commit to this award season, and we giving y'all every." Sinners did what they needed to do, awards or not. They really have kind of expanded the collective's, um, knowledge and wisdom about all of this. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's thank you,
We'll see.
Ryan.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ryan. And like you
For
said, the
oh,
F1 was interesting. As a
that's a good
sports
movie.
junkie, I love sports of all types. And
Mhm,
so
mhm.
this movie made me go deeper into F1. Like I was aware because of
Oh,
Lewis
okay.
Hamilton, but
Yes,
understanding the technology that's behind all of it, which F1 the movie showed like
yes.
all the technology that they use. Now I'm into it, and Netflix has it's Formula One Drive to Survive, where they're
Okay.
each season of the racing season, they follow the drivers around. Girl, it's so good.
Is
It's
it?
so good. It's amazing. It's so
Okay.
good. It's drama. These are like superstars in the
Uh-huh.
driving world across the world, and their steering wheel is the size of a phone. It's
Say
like
what
a
now?
video. Yes. It sh
It's like,
it
this
shows
is this
yeah.
tiny? Oh
It
my
looks
god.
like a, remote
We gonna
control for a
crash. If
video
it's up to
game.
me, we
Girl,
gonna crash, guys. So sorry. I need my
they
full
go so
tennis.
fast. It's just I dig it. I watch it, I love it, and woo, because we saw the video where Lewis took, Beyoncé and Jay-Z around
Yep.
for in Vegas, and but
Yep.
that
Yep.
wasn't the F1 car, but it was one of the
Okay.
cars, and they showed that, and he was like, "Zoom," in a
Mm-mm.
Ferrari,
No.
200 some
No.
miles an hour.
I watch from up here in the stands, y'all. Watch it go around.
Woo! Oh gosh. Ugh, I needed that. But yes, the sports fan in me, I love F1 now. I'm into it.
That's
So we'll
cool.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see, Shaun.
I did
Let's
not
see.
realize they were up for best movie.
Right.
Go ahead, y'all, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
That
was a
that
good movie, though.
part,
It was a good
it
movie.
was good, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Um, P, what are your thoughts on Mhm. Pastor Jamal Bryant announcing that the Target boycott,
Jamal.
oh, he's saying just the fast. What are your thoughts on him announce his announcement that it's all over and that
So
we should go back
first
to the store?
yeah, first of all, when he announced it, I think everybody's like, wait, what? How,
Mhm.
how did we come to this decision?"
Mhm.
And now there's confusion. But later we find out he wasn't even the one that started it. He made it
I didn't know.
bigger when he announced it during his sermon or during a church service. Sure, but that was a month after it started.
Mm.
He just took it and ran with it.
Because
And
he
now
was
he
on the
wants to end
Breakfast
it
Club. He was doing all
everywhere.
these interviews about it, wasn't he? How were we to know that he was not over it when he literally was out here taking that and he took that
Mhm.
thing.
Ran it smooth off.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, who was it? Who started it, Sean?
Ooh. Okay, so there are two actually different groups that are taking claim over starting it, and one is led by this lady named, is it Nikema Armstrong? Is
Yeah,
that her
yeah.
name? Out of Minneapolis. So Target is headquartered in Minneapolis. So there's a group of 3 activists in Minneapolis who went to their headquarters and started the boycott from the front of the Target headquarters. And Georgia Fort who's an
Mhm.
independent journalist, has been reporting on them since the beginning because she's also based in Minneapolis. And if you recall, she's one of the people who was arrested along with Don Lemon for
Mhm.
simply reporting on the protest that happened at that church in Minneapolis. And the reason why so much is going on in Minneapolis is one, because the administration that's in place right now, they got it out for the Governor Waltz, who
Mhm.
ran as Kamala's VP pick. Go Tim. We love Tim and Hope and Gus and the whole family. Okay. Um, but also Target is one of the companies that partner with ICE. So Target, it was allowing ICE to convene in their parking lots so they could get all their operations going. And so they're in partnership with them. Target also was one of the first companies to drop their DEI policies because this
Mhm.
administration told them to do so. And it's like, with no hesitation, Target was like, "Sure, here you go." And people have often asked, why Target? What about all these other companies that came out and against, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And dropped DEI policies. Well, Target is one of the main companies that has always claimed to be in partnership with the Black community
Mhm.
and will have, do all their Black History Month stuff. But also, Target was out here like, you know, supposedly starting all these programs and stuff for Black
Mhm.
entrepreneurs and all these things. And in that first word, you're like, oh, never mind. What? And because they had always had that history, the Black community has always been in full support of Target.
Mhm.
Oh, so then it's like, "Oh, well, we take our support back." And in the beginning, they were like, "We don't care if you take your support back." So then a year later, they didn't place on the Forbes list. They had to the CEO had to resign. They put in a new CEO, which that doesn't always mean things because it's the same people be putting them in the place. They sometimes they
Mhm.
just want to remove the person so that the person that y'all are mad at can be gone. But they might still be a chair member of the board or something like that. But like as for me, I was like, I'm not stepping foot back in that store until
Yeah.
I hear something. And I ain't heard nothing. So when Jamal pulls up a few days ago and says it's over from inside a Target, mind you, he recorded that
Yeah.
video, Pete, with the Target bullseye logo behind his head. Like, what
Mm.
type of gimmick? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, y'all just out here
Mhm.
gaslighting us, and you just up here just letting them do it. Like, you just up here with the shits, sir. I don't
'Cause now
understand it. And so, like, I'm sorry, like you asked before, there's a group of 3 activists in Minneapolis that started the boycott. There's also Nina Turner's group
Mhm.
who got in community, I think with Tamika Mallory, and asked folks to boycott as well. So there was a whole other movement going, and apparently Jamal's movement came a month later, like you said, and he called it the fast, like the Target
Mhm.
fast, like we're fasting for Lent, and then it just kept going. And because he is a member of the community who holds a certain stature, his words kind of spread farther, I think.
Mhm.
But the
Mhm.
point is, once he went on the Breakfast Club and he started doing all these interviews, he may have been on a Sherry show, I can't recall, but he was literally out.
Everywhere.
Jamal was outside. I feel like when people started putting the boycott on him, or however that happened, because that's probably not even how that happened. He might have taken it.
Mhm.
He didn't correct people. And then
Nope.
you come out and you do this video and you say it's over. The boycott is
They've
over.
they've met 3 out of the 4 demands
What are the demands
and
they say that Target met? Because Target ain't
that
came out
he
and said shit.
says. Exactly. Bryant's boycott made 4 demands of Target. He asked Target to fulfill its commitment to invest $2 billion in Black businesses, make deposits of $250 million in 23 Black-owned banks, open 10 retail training centers at HBCUs, and reverse the January decision of the company's DEI commitments. Now, suddenly, there is a Target Black History Month campaign that rolled out of 2026, but
Well,
'cause
they do
then
that every year.
that bottom line got a little shaky
But
because people really stuck to it.
when people took their cameras in them stores and started showing off the Black history
Mhm.
stuff, it is not to the caliber that it used to be, and
Nope.
that's
So
because
the
folks was like,
jokes.
"Oh, you know what? We not in partnership with you." So now it looked like
Mhm.
some stuff that might have been made in China that
Mhm.
got sent over. It's like the difference between something when you're of the culture versus
Mhm.
something that you might just say or put on something because you're like, "Oh, this is what people do for Black History Month," versus people who
Yep.
are actually of the culture doing the thing. It looked crazy compared to other years of what they
Yep.
put out there. And it's Target should just be ashamed of themselves. Because number one, if they did any of those demands, how come they haven't come out and said that they did that? They
Yeah.
decide, and here's the other thing, Pete. As soon as he made that video, all those other platforms picked it up and
Mhm.
put it out. I think this was a coordinated effort to change the messaging. I think that they asked Jamal to be the one to do it.
Mhm.
And then they already had the platforms in pocket that were going to now do a press release on this.
Mhm.
Because guess what? Before all this, all these platforms was acting like there's not a boycott going on.
Mhm. Didn't
Even when
hear a
they
peep.
talked about how Target fell out of the Forbes list and all these things, they weren't really addressing that the Black community is boycotting Target. It's almost like they just ignoring that this whole community has pulled
Mhm.
back, and we had you on our backs. It means something for us to remove ourselves. And then I'm seeing all these other I mean, this whole past year, I've just seen all these other creators and influencers and stuff who are not Black still up in the Targets, still shopping, still doing all the things, and completely unawares that there is a boycott going. That's another thing. If you can choose to
Mhm.
boycott or you could choose to not boycott, some of these folks didn't even realize there's a boycott going on. But the moment that Jamal makes that video, Forbes and all these other magazines are out here talking about, oh, the boycott is over. Oh, what boycott? I thought there wasn't a boycott going on. That lets us
Look,
know this is PR. This is
and look,
PR. Mm-hmm.
the article from Forbes, now
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, year-long Target fast DEI boycott has finally ended. Finally ended from a
Uh-uh.
senior contributor who wrote this.
At least 3 or 4 different platforms. They all went out at the same time. This is a coordinated PR effort.
All of it.
And whether Jamal was a part of it or not, if he wasn't a part of it, then you just got used, sir. And you went and got up there, stood in front of that damn bullseye, made this video, said it was over. You didn't
The
even start
bullseye.
the whole thing. Then you got these national platforms saying it's over. We
Mhm.
didn't say it was over. Like, who told y'all it was over? Target? That's dumb. Why would you let the company tell you it's over? So now
Mm-mm.
they started a whole nother brouhaha because my whole threads feeds was like Jamal Bryant says Target boycott is over. Black folks. No the hell it ain't, bitch. It's just all and then somebody even put ain't nothing stopped over here, bitch. Oh, it's like a whole bunch of bitches
They're
and
so
they acting
dumb.
Target and all this stuff. Um,
Mm-mm.
if the Black community don't say it's over, and that's the thing, y'all thought you could go get a Black man to tell the Black community it was the whole point is people just won't be straight up. People just literally think you can do anything and say anything to Black people, and we just gonna go with it. We hey, we ain't the ones that y'all can gaslight and just be like, "Here it is," and we be like, "Okay, that ain't never been us," but for some reason, they can't ever get that through their thick heads.
Mm-mm.
They
But
can't.
oh, but
We
after
have said
all of
no.
this
Shit,
has popped off.
I don't understand how I could even go back up in the Target. Number 1, for me, I would have had to hear from Target. They should have a campaign that says, "Here are the things that we have done and that we are doing." They have not done that.
Mhm.
They would have to come out and explain themselves with this whole original, decision. They haven't done anything. So if you haven't done anything, you can't expect me to listen to you. And besides that, I simply don't and I was a Target girl. When I say I was a Target girly, I
Love
literally have
Target.
never been up in the wall. I went years never going to a Walmart because and I grew up down the street from a Walmart, and it was like, I just can't. I can't. Like,
Same.
I can't. It's like,
Tarjay.
yeah, something happened to me. Like when me and mommy, when I was coming up, and she would always have me in the Walmart. It was like I had to I had to get off that. I had to get off that as I started becoming an adult. And from like college on, I went years never stepping foot in a Walmart. I was all up in that Target. I did not understand how I could do this boycott. But when I
Mhm.
saw and heard what they did and they said, "Y'all, we boycotted," I said, "I'm with you." Over a
Yeah.
year later, I ain't been in that place. I'm very hard pressed to figure out why I would ever need to call myself being in a Target ever. Like my whole lifestyle has changed.
Mhm.
And I still have everything that I had and was buying in Target. But my whole lifestyle has changed. Now Target is not a part of my lifestyle anymore. And it's a whole lot of people like me. Now I'm, uh, no, I don't see it. I was about to say I'm not saying I'm never ever going because some people saying forever, but honestly, maybe not because y'all gonna have to say something to me, and y'all aren't gonna say anything. Y'all gonna hide behind this pastor, and y'all think, oh, y'all thought because he was a pastor, he had the Black community in the. We was just supporting him, okay? We
You
was
just was
supporting
locked
him.
in.
But now we ain't with it because we. Come on.
Now, after all this backlash that he received, he then makes an apology video
Yep.
acknowledging that it was indeed started by Black women
Yes, thank you,
and
sir.
saying that he did not receive money because, of course, everybody's like, oh no, they got to him. Money has been in hands, in his pockets. for him to come out and make this statement. And his apology, he says he has not received money, no type of compensation to end the fast. And in his Let's Be Clear podcast, he made this apology, child.
He said black people
We
done
ain't taking it.
threw him across the tracks and was ready to run him over. Yes, sir.
'Cause
Well,
not fair.
because here's the thing, P, if they met 3 out of those 4 demands, where are they?
Mhm,
They met
mhm.
3 out of the 4. Where are they? What are the schools that Target put those resource centers in? Where did that money go? You said they sent money to where? Where? If you're saying they met
Mhm.
3 out of the 4 demands, but you can't show us where? Y'all, where we need a bullet point list so we can go look. But you're saying they met those demands? They didn't meet them demands.
Yep.
So if that didn't and they didn't you didn't get paid, then what?
Mhm.
What? Or is it just that it's a year later and you feel like, okay, I've given this 365 days. So and I get it. That's for you and your congregation. If you want to tell your congregation, hey, we were fasting targets and we're not fasting anymore, we are all done with that. More power to you and your congregation. But the black community as a whole, we didn't need your little video. You're not my
Mm-mm.
pastor. I don't give a damn if you're not going up there. Shaun head not. But just because you not, that don't got nothing to do with me. You should have just went to the congregation and told them what your thoughts. But for you to get out here and put a video as if it meant something. Talk about
They
I ain't
sure
get paid.
did.
If you didn't get paid, what did you get? Because again, I say, if they met
'Cause
3 out of the
why?
4 demands, we need to see the things that they met. And then we need Target to come speak to us. And the fact that you don't even understand that they've been using you and they had all them platforms ready to go with their PR as soon as you hit that. Come on, sir.
Mhm.
I appreciate that he did apologize because somebody pointed
He
out
apologized.
people don't be apologizing
Mhm.
nowadays and you done took it too far. But also it still remains. What demands have they met? And Target, for lack of better phrase, Target need to come out and kiss the ring or something. They need to come out and let it be known that they know that they fucked up. They have not done that. It does not appear that they will be doing that. And so
No.
black people are like, looks like you still don't think you fucked up. And then you thought you was gonna cover it up by asking this black man to cover for y'all. You know,
Wrong. So in his one it was supposed to be his 100th episode celebration,
okay.
and during that, I wanna read his apology. I wanted you to know that I've heard your emphatic outcry and that it wasn't just about those 4, but Target, in the community's estimation, was a prime candidate for cancellation, saying no matter what happened, you're not going back. That's what people said. I was reading from a different sheet of music. I made assumptions that were not true, and I want to apologize to you for being a leader that was out of touch with what's going on in the community and what sense of the community and what the community is demanding. So he's yeah,
That's a
but
good
sir,
apology.
as
That's a
and
good
then he said,
apology.
"Let's be clear, the Target boycott is not over." Good apology.
That is a good apology. It's very direct and yeah,
Damage is done.
you wouldn't but yeah, damage is done. Not going back.
All these
Um
big companies,
mm-mm.
like you said, it was coordinated. So all of these articles are out there now flashing that it's over. And yeah, you want to backtrack now, but it's too late.
Let's see if they start releasing articles talking about the pushback that the black community gave to the
Hmm.
announcement that it was over. And let's see how many articles get written like that in Forbes and any of these other national and global platforms. I
It ain't
bet
gone. Nope.
I bet
Mm.
I ain't get paid.
Child.
Okay, sir.
Jamal.
Well,
Oh,
hate that for
Jamal,
him too
Jamal.
because that was starting to kind of change that being the last kind of big thing that was connected to him, that was starting to change the perception about him. Or at least that was moving the narrative about him to something
Mhm.
better. And then he came out and did this. Okay.
Oh,
Cuz he
Jamal.
got some narratives behind him now.
Well,
Mhm.
we about to find out. He
Mhm.
sure did find out real quick. So,
Sorry to that man.
sorry to that man.
Sorry to that man. P, should we give a tendernism update before we
Let's
get out of here?
let's give a tendernism, Mr. Walter.
Mr. Walter, I think the last time we talked about him, probably a couple episodes back, we learned that he said that he had been fired from Destination Smokehouse, that place in Marietta, California,
Mhm.
that we all learned about because of him. Destination Smokehouse says that he was not fired. But Mr. Walter in his GoFundMe says that he was let go.
Mhm.
Since then, he's been on the Sherry Shepherd show. He was on this last episode of Earn Your Leisure, where he was interviewed by Rashai and Troy. He catered for Ron Isley. And all of this has
Hey.
been chronicled on his social media, so we get to see all of it. Um, and it's so funny because he's just an old little cute man, and social media ain't his thing, but he got a
No.
good team around him because they doing the right thing. And so we found out that there was a lawyer who trademarked
Mhm.
tendernism once Mr. Walter started getting out there, because he could see it coming
He peeped it.
that
He said,
Mr. Walter was
"Oh,
gonna need this, right?
I can see
So
what's
once we
happening."
heard that Mr. Walter left Destination Smokehouse, we heard tell that the owner filed trademark for
Mhm.
tendernism. Well, turns out it had already been filed by a lawyer, and he did that so that he could then do the necessary paperwork to give Mr. Walter the, the trademark himself. He could just
Mhm.
once he owns it, he can sign it over to him. Excellent. Here's the one thing I have yet to see anyone speak on, and I haven't done my research yet. So, filing a trademark does not mean you have the trademark. The process
Mhm.
takes a year
Year
to
and
year and a half, right?
yeah.
I don't think it was a year and a half ago when we started seeing Mr. Walter pop off. So, I need to go and see, is the trademark now registered or not? When I say register, I mean, so when you file trademark, you can use the little TM symbol.
Mhm.
You can actually use a TM symbol before that. First of all, I'm not a lawyer.
First of all, let's
First of all,
let's
I'm
get
not a
that
lawyer.
clear.
These are not. But I do have own trademarks. So, um, I can just say that that little TM that you see on little logos or words, whatever, means this is in the process of being trademarked, or I
Mhm.
intend on trademarking this. That's what it means
Mhm.
when you see the little TM. When you see the little R with the circle, that means this trademark is registered, paid for. We've gone through the year and a half process with the
Ooh.
USPTO, and I now have a certificate with my name on it stating that I am the owner of said trademark. But you do not get that until you go through the year and a half process. And the reason why it lasts so long is because, well, it takes a few months for them to even get to you. And now, under
Mhm.
the Trump administration, it's likely taking longer. It was taking
Ooh.
longer in COVID. So the time is probably not shorter from COVID because of all the firings and stuff that took place across federal government and all that. And then, of course, they focus more resources on different things. So we just know, expect a year to year and a half when you file that trademark. So all that to say, I'm thinking that that trademark is not registered yet. And I'm
Mhm.
thinking it's under the lawyer who did it, but it's not registered yet. And also, what's a part of all that timing is the trademark office has their own lawyers who then start to do the research to see, can you own this or not? And
Right.
then if they think you can't, they will send you what's called office actions, which is basically saying, we're not sure if you can own this because there's something out there that's similar. There's something out there that people may mix up with yours.
Mhm.
Things like that. And then they will send you like a list of things that you either need to fix or change or whatever, and then send it back to them. That goes back and forth. And then once that's okay, they put it public that, hey, this trademark is attempting this person is attempting to trademark this thing. You get like, I think it's 30 days, or it used to be 30 days to basically object. and then they have to go back and start over and see who's right, who's wrong, blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's been a year and a half since Mr. Walter popped off. I could be wrong because timing nowadays is like I
A
can't.
warp.
I don't know what the
Mm-mm.
fuck's going on. Yeah, we
We don't
definitely in a
know.
portal or some shit. I don't
Something.
think it has been. So my assumption then, again, I have not looked this up. I have not researched it yet because I just keep forgetting. My assumption would be that Tendernism is not fully registered yet. And if it's not fully registered yet, that means that Destination Smokehouse can oppose it. I don't know that they will because they said they now taking Tendernism off of their social media because they had put Tendernism up there with the TM because they had assumed that Mr. Walter didn't have the trademark. So they had assumed they could put it up there, not knowing there was already another black lawyer that had filed trademark. So I've heard that they did take that off of their social media. That doesn't mean that they're not going to oppose it. If they oppose it, again, I'm not a lawyer. If they oppose it, that lawyer may have a fight on his. First of all, he's a lawyer, so he knows this.
Yeah.
He may have a fight on his hands because Tendernism was first used underneath their business. There are different types of trademarks and there are different classes. This is, I ain't going to go all into the weeds because I don't want this to get confusing. I'm just saying it could be a legitimate fight should they decide to oppose it simply because if he was their employee at the time, which means like more so like work for hire, not a contractor. But if he was their like W-2 employee at the time when he started using the word tendernism, they could fight it and say that they used it first, even though this other man said was going after owning it. Totally fine. But if it's not registered yet, and somebody can come out here and say, we used it underneath our business first. And if they do that, then it will be a legitimate fight. So I have not seen anyone confirm that it's fully registered yet. Now everybody's celebrating, and this is excellent news. It puts Mr. Walter ahead of the game because Mr. Walter would not be able to do nothing with it if this man had not
Right.
already done this for him. But it could be a legitimate fight on their hands now if it's not fully registered because if he used it as an employee underneath their business and put it out underneath their social media page, which he did. So that's my only concern, but of course that lawyer knows that, so
Mhm.
he's probably ready for that fight, but it will be a for real fight because it's two different ways you can register your trademark. You could say, I plan on using this, or you could say, I've used this already. And then they're going to ask you,
Mhm.
when was the date and time? What website was it used on? All that stuff. And if you can prove that you used it before the person that's opposing you, and so we know that black lawyer hasn't used it because he wasn't getting it for him.
S
That's the only thing.
so, based off of that, it's Kenneth Harris, who is the attorney,
Okay.
filed the to intent to use trademark application for Tendenism in November of 2025. So, I guess does that one change the fact that it was used before with the intent to use moving forward?
They're going to fight him on that.
So, we'll see.
Because
Here we
if
go.
someone else used it first, then they can
Intent to
absolutely
use.
fight that, and that's the only thing, because he was doing it under Destination Smokehouse. If they wanted to, they can fight that, and it'll be a for real fight. So
Mhm.
that's my only thing as I'm watching it. I was like, I don't want to be a party pooper, but everybody's out here celebrating. And it's like I don't know that we
It's
should
not
celebrate just
time.
yet because that man did that for him. But people don't understand this takes a year to a year and a half for it to be registered. And once it's registered, he can hand it over to Mr. Now they said he met to start the paperwork of sending it over, and all that is great.
Mhm.
And that I don't know because if he is doing paperwork to put it now in Mr. Walter's name under intent to use, they could try to switch it to it was used at this place at this time. But if he's not if he was a W-2 employee, then it will
Mm.
belong to see. And I'm not saying it should go that way. I'm just
We'll
saying
see.
they could fight it, and it'd be some bad blood, but they could genuinely fight that. Now, here's what I heard
I'ma
though,
see.
because I heard that apparently he said that he asked them for Oh, this is what he just said on Earn Your Leisure podcast. He asked them for a percentage of the company because apparently that company was they weren't even a smokehouse at first. They were some kind of
Mm-mm.
breakfast bar or
A
something. And
tea
he said,
house.
tea
Yeah.
house. And he was like, y'all should start making gumbo. Let's put my gumbo on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned into basically they built it around him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also the other thing. Maybe he's not a maybe he was never a W-2 employee, right? Maybe he was a contractor and they had a partnership or whatever. And once things started blowing up and then that guy put him out there like he was his master or whatever, it's like, okay, unless you were going to be for real and straight up about, you know, our partnership, but if it was a true partnership, then he wouldn't have been a W-2 employee. And so then this will go much easier.
So
But we
we'll
have no
see.
idea.
But
Mhm.
every article does indeed say the process of trademarking. So you're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. I think everybody's gotten excited that it is fully registered, but the process has
And
started as of
most
November
of the time
2025.
yeah, most of the time you're gonna get office actions. Most people get office actions back. I thank the Lord, and I was shocked at this. I didn't get no office actions on mine, but I was told to be prepared to have office actions and that my lawyers, would handle it, if it
Mhm.
came up, but they were very clear. They will tell you the expectations, like, these are the things that are likely going to happen. I was blessed that those things didn't happen for me, but I was told by my lawyer that, uh, most of the time these things do happen. Don't take it to mean anything bad. This is just the way the
Right.
process goes. This is why it takes so long.
Mhm.
So, I imagine
Okay.
there's going to be a fight, or if they just wanna buy themselves some good karma, they just leave it alone, guys. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Let Mr. Walter be. Well, he
Please.
is moving forward. He is everywhere. He's being celebrated and doing his interviews. And so time will tell. But in the meantime, he is doing much better and getting the flowers he deserves by the community. So looking forward to it. This was
Yeah.
good. This was good stuff, Shaun.
I've been loving
This is
following
good.
his journey, and I just be happy for him every time he pull up on my timeline. Go ahead,
Yeah.
sir. And he look like he having so
He
much fun, P.
he does. That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
we love. On a good note,
Love to
God is
see it.
good. Well, if you, as always, you could find me on Instagram at better3701.
And I'm on Instagram and Threads at Hey Shonda Head. The podcast is also on Instagram at the Everything Has Changed podcast, and we are on YouTube.
Check us out.
Check us out.
Thank you. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Want to stay locked in with us so you never miss an episode? Visit everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and join our email list. That way you'll be the first to know about new episodes and all the fun stuff we have coming your way. Meet us over there.